Okay, here we are again. Today is Saturday, April 13th. It's around 12 in the morning. Anyway, this is Anthony's account. There's the account number where you see my cursor flashing underneath there, the blue up there on the left-hand side. Only because I don't know if you guys can see the cursor or not. I got to get this thing working a little differently one of these days. Account number 100333017 with USGFX, the company I work with, live. Okay, this is just basically a picture of the U.S. index weekly and daily. The ones I look at looks like it's in a little bit of trouble. It's an engulfing candle. That will probably dictate what we do the week coming forward. Anyways, back to the account. This is Anthony's account. If you remember, he deposited 5,000. I have a partner who I guess we all have different trading styles, and his basically hurt the account basically, and I've taken it over. I'll show you what I've done, and if you go back to some of my other sites, Vincent's Accurate Forex Singles on Facebook or Vincent's Accurate Forex Singles on YouTube, you can see the chronological order of when this started, how it started, why I got into trouble, and what actually occurred. I'm going to see if I can do it really quick for you guys because I don't like to repeat myself, and you guys don't want to keep hearing my voice every night with this. There was a $500 jam up here, which was a stop out, which we made the mistake. Normally I have it marked. Now I got to find it. Hope this isn't boring, you guys. I know it's here somewhere, so let's do this another way. It was 555. That was the first mistake. Here it is. This one here is highlighted in blue. This is when we first got into trouble. It was a 0.94 lot size. That's pretty large to begin with. If you see the other lot sizes, they're more in proportion. And you can basically, this is the way my partner system trades. It's a little larger and smaller moves. But anyway, let's go back to this. So that was the first mistake we made. Now we made the mistake. It would normally I'm hired by USGFX or other companies to fix problems in people's accounts, and I turn them around, and that's where I make my money. And I have my own investment group that I invest for, and a couple of other people all around the world. And basically, I end up with accounts that this happens, and most money manager will never admit that they made a mistake, but we did this to poor Anthony. There's the 550 that we lost, the first one. Then there was another one for $200 and change. Let's see if this is one of them. No, this was just a regular. Nope, here's another one. That was the other one, also with the euro. It was the euro that hurt us. And then we had a regular stop out somewhere down here, which was just a normal stop out, which was the Canadian dollar. That we followed the rules, but we lost I believe it was about $200. There's the other one, 166. This took down the account severely. So if you've been following this from day one, you know that we lost in a span of 2 weeks, $1,500, which would hurt anybody. He was upset. He came to me and he said, I trusted you. And so I said, I'll take over the account and I'll make it better. And we have. I'm going to show you everything now. Now you know the date up here when he started with us, the $5,000 deposit. This is basically the trades in the account. This is all on the MT4. They cannot be changed. This is all, fact. It's actual. It's transparent. You can't go back and change these numbers. This is what it is. Okay, so we go all the way down here. Some people want to add all of this up to make sure it's correct. You can go ahead, do all the adding you want. I have no problem with that. Any questions, just call me or send me an email, not call me. Send me an email at vincent32767@gmail.com. I answer everything that comes in, usually at night, but when it comes in. So now you see that after all of that work, he's now up 177.60 cents, 5,001 and change. And this account will probably start to grow nicely over the next 2 months. This number down here will probably double or triple, and he'll be happy at that point. He's still a little bit hurt. He feels he lost some money because of what happened, but you know what? It's the way you look at things. I look at things. Okay, we had a problem. It's now solved. We move forward, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way you should look at life. Anyways, let's go back to the top. Throw some things at you guys, and then I'm gone again and relaxing for the weekend until Sunday night. The balance, 5,000. That's his account number up here where it's flashing blue, just in case you need to go back and check out the YouTubes or the Facebook, the ones I posted there, the chronological ones, so you can see them in order and how we repaired the account. I'll make sure that I I click all the tab that says this is all his history, so you guys have an understanding, and you can see that it is all the history, so that nobody says, hey, you didn't do this week, why did you do that? So we go like this, all history, which is there, and that's it. That's the whole history. Do it one more time. Also, know your broker. I say this on every video I post. After the name of the broker, whether it's the companies I work, Vantage FX, FX Choice, Global Primal, what's the other one? USUFX, my main one. You post the word scam broker or fraud broker after the company name. And if there's ever been any problems with clients getting their money out or any type of issues, it pops up. What you're looking for is people that are complaining that they can't get their money out. Once you see one complaint like that, run away from the company. Do not give them your money. You will have a problem. I have a list of 10 brokers we use, and that's who I suggest. And as time goes on, if you stay with me for a year, 2 years, then we get to a level where we don't use these, I call them casinos. We go to a bank and we start trading with banks. But that you have to be a nice chunk of cash for me even to look at that with you, because at that point you're like one of the top 5 or one of the top clients I have, and I spend most of my time with you guys. And right now, most of us are trading with brokers, and that's the way it should be until you've filled up at least 10 brokers' coffers full of money. Then we start looking at other things. Anyways, that's the account. I have a number of different programs I developed with USGFX. One of them is the Paid to Trade program. Basically, you do not get any advice from me. You do your own trading. You use my broker because they do the accounting for me, and I pay you for things like this. Let's say that you traded this lot here. You get $2.90. I give you $10 for every single lot that's closed. After 30 days, I give you $10. This one here is $3.80 you get from me. This one here is $5.20. This one here is 40 cents. This is $5.20. You get the idea. At the end of the month, you end up getting a check from me. I send you a check. The reason I do this, people keep asking me, why are you paying us to trade? The reason I do this, eventually you're going to ask me, either you're going to get into trouble and my money has helped you stay out of trouble, but eventually you're going to say to me, can you trade my account? And that's why I do it. Eventually I end up with an account that started at $500 or $1,000. You got hurt. You have a little chat with me. I tell you what I can do in 30, 90 days. And eventually I've gotten some large accounts like that. And that's why I do it. Let's see, what else do we got to talk about really, really quick? Gmail. You can reach me at vincent32767 at gmail.com. You can check me out on Facebook. I don't really post much on Facebook, but I post these videos. They go up on Facebook, so you can see everybody I've helped and turn things around for. Basically, my algorithms are producing around 2% a day, but that's not what I quote people. I quote people that we can normally get you 0.5% and up a day. The reason I say 0.5%, even the worst money manager on the planet should be able to get you 10% a month on your money, especially when you're trading this type of currencies. I mean, the leverage you get nowadays is unbelievable. That's about it. The last 2 months have been the lowest volatility in history. You can check this out in, well, actually, I think since 2014. Some of you, that's history. Anyway, check it out on Google, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So when the volatility comes back, expect to see these returns that we're getting now to be multiplied at least 5-fold. Right now, we're dealing with markets that aren't moving too much. They're ranging, and the range is some of these things are going like only 25 to 50 pips. It's very hard to squeeze money out of it. So every time I see a nice run, we grab it. One of them was the pound yen trade. I got out of it yesterday. Let's see if it's down here. Maybe it's down here. Can I get out of it on here? Yep, there it is. I got out of it. And his account's small, but and it was only a 0.15. And look at the return he received, $32. So imagine the accounts that have 1.5. That would have been a couple of extra zeros on there. At least 320 on some of these trades, and that's a beautiful return for his account, because that's a risk of 1.5% on that trade. Actually, no, sorry, that's a risk of even less, because it's at 5,000. That's probably a risk of I don't know, 4.04, 1/4%, 0.5%. That's a risk of 0.5% to get that money. That's a beautiful return. That's it for today. Thank you, and I guess we'll see you next weekend. And this is Anthony's account. He is getting a little bit better. Like I said, anybody that's listening to me that believes in prayer, he believes in prayer. So keep sending him your prayers. I will speak to everybody through this machine probably in a couple of days. 7, I hope.